Hey guys, this is CVX0 doing another IXDL Open League cast, and I guess I'll go ahead and get started. Well, actually, no. For once, I'm actually going to go over some things that have been going on in the Dota scene. So, recently, a patch has just been released by Valve and IceFrog. Actually, just mostly IceFrog, and there's some pretty big things going out there. I don't know if you guys have read it, but it's a huge patch. For one thing, Necrolight's ulti, Reaper Scythe. If a hero gets killed by it, they cannot buy back, which is actually kind of cool. But I guess wow, actually picks are flying out. I wasn't expecting that, but I guess I'll go ahead and start looking at the draft. So first, we see some typical bans out here. Nothing too unusual. Lone Druid does get picked up here, and in the patch notes we see that the armlet Lone Druid bear no longer works. I don't think the patch has been uh, put in yet, so we'll see what happens. But armlet bear no longer works, and I really like this. Ice Frog actually puts a lot of nerfs out. Um, so for Coddle, Coddle Gyro gets picked up. Both really strong heroes in the meta. Coddle gets a nerf in the patch. I think his base strength is decreased by 2, so that makes him a lot more squishy. Easier to take down. Gyro gets a nerf. His flat cannon cooldown increases from 20 seconds to 30 seconds. But of course, yeah, it's not implemented yet. So just giving you a heads up of what's happening. Reverse polarity for Magnus decreases. Well, the damage decreases, not and you know that lowers his DPS and burst damage that's there. Shadow Demon gets a bit of a nerf as well. His base int goes down by 3, and so that means that's I think 39 points of int, and at level 1 that decreases, and that's a pretty big nerf because as we all know, Shadow Demon strong in the early game, and it makes it a lot harder for him to like cast his combos. I don't think Quap has any nerfs or buffs, in fact. But one thing that has been big is the bottle nerf. When couriers are carrying a empty bottle, they are slowed down by 30%, I believe. And this will make heroes like Magnus or DK Mid just makes their life much harder. And as a result, I feel like Quap and Puck are going to get, or just any high mobility mid heroes will get picked up a bit more, because that makes the battle for runes a bit more interesting. And you know, if there is a 30% slow on a courier with an empty bottle, that's a waste of 15 to 30 seconds, I believe. No, I'm sorry, that seems a bit too much. It's like 5 to 10 seconds. That's it. About 5 to 10 seconds. But you know, and before the mid game actually hits, or before they hit level 6, they need to probably crow about 3 or 4 times, maybe a bit more. And that's 15 to 30 seconds. That's quite a bit. So I guess I'll go ahead and look at the bans. Sorry, I should stop rambling about the patch notes. But it is exciting stuff. And okay, maybe not to you guys, but it is to me and those that follow the pro scene. They need to pay attention to this stuff. So we see a Jakiro and Ogre Magi pick up. So Magi, if he's rolling the dice really well, then his Fire Blast with his ulti multicast could really dish out a lot of damage. Could actually burst down Shadow Demon really quickly. And Jakiro, you'd be surprised with the what ×4 multicast, could really do a lot of damage. But you know, it's not a high chance, and you gotta max out multicast. But at level 1, for the 2-time multicast, is still pretty strong. But it gives you a bit of a stun, you know, it guarantees that stun. And he's not too bad with that Trilane, it's just that his mana will be always low. But it's okay, they have a Coddle, so things will work out. Jakiro is picked up, and as we all know, he's a very good teamfight hero. He's got that Ice Path to disrupt people, and he can keep them in that Micropyre, a pretty good combo of Magnus. And here's an Alchemist picked up. Has seen a lot of rise in the competitive scene and in IXDL-ish. And with the Unstable Concoction, if you get the Shadow Blade, he can be a pretty strong team fight hero because that if they fight into acid spray, so if they're so a nice combo would be Magnus reversal polarity on top of a macro pyre with the acid spray and an unstable concoction to keep them in there because it is an AoE stun. It hits a hero. It kind of works as a spin stun, but that countdown could really do a lot of damage and makes the stun really long, 4 seconds max stun. When runner gets picked up, and that will be the offlane hero. Sorry guys, I feel like I've been just slightly behind rambling so much, and it's been a little bit of time since I last casted. I think 2 or 3 days. No, about 3 days. So Windrunner gets picked up. She will be on offlane. So I'll go ahead and introduce the players. So Sleazel, currently top 25 in the IXDL League. I think he's 17. 17 over about 1750 ratings. I don't know if you guys know about the ratings, but the ratings is like you win a game, you lose. If you win a game, you get your ratings higher. You lose a game, your rating goes lower. So I mean, Sleazel, pretty good player. Lethal is on the Ogre Magi. Yukon is on the Coddle. I should probably do this in order. And Carry Gyro, Girls Go Wild. Keep this PG, guys. And finally on the Windrunner, it's Salty Lisk. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing the names right. So the Captain Talus is on Londred. I think he is also top 25. And like I said earlier in one of my casts, the captains are the ones with the highest rating unless the captains want someone else to draft. And on the mid, Magnus is the Bobrovsky on shrooms. Okay, then Jim Breeze is on the Chikiro. Playing the Shadow Demon is Evan. And finally, Dan Legends on the Alchemist. And so, I wish I had. Okay, oh wow, there's a stun on the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon looks like to go down. No, nice disruption on the Gyro. That's a smart choice. But the Coddle Blast nearly kills the Shadow Demon. Was that a full charge blast? Oh no, they're turning around on this Ogre Magi. But he's really tanky. He is a strength hero. Remember that. Gyro has that rocket barrage, so they need to be careful. In the end, this little exchange favors the Radiant because Shadow Demon had to burn a salve. And they gotta burn a lot of mana. But not the Dire team does not have a Coddle who can replace that mana pretty easily. But he needs to get level 2 first, of course. And he's looking to ward and maybe do a little bit of dewarding. In the mid, it's going to be Magnus versus Quap. Quap should have a pretty easy time. She can spam that Shadow Strike, and there's nothing Magnus can do about it. He'll just take a lot of damage. In a bot lane, it's a Windrunner against a Lone Druid. Lone Druid, yeah, it looks like he pulled the lane a bit, and so just forces Windrunner to have to tank against the tower. This is a very good choice. Windrunner will take a lot of damage. If once Lone Druid gets like level 5, I think, and the bear has Entangle, this will make, if he gets just one Entangle, Windrunner could die here. But the top lane is where the action's at. So it is an aggressive try. I love seeing an aggressive try versus try. And I'm surprised Coddle didn't try to ward unless... Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't try to ward the camp. Well, actually he did, but ends up failing. Maybe he thought this would block it, but... What? It still might, actually. I'm not positive. Actually, I think it does. I really think it does it. So the Dire actually put this lane ward here. And this is good because they can see whenever there's a TP rotation or coming through here. The only problem is, what if they come through here? That's the only scary thing. Shadow Demon actually fails the pull through. The Alchemist is getting not that great a farm. Gyro doesn't either, but that's okay, I guess. I would like to see a bit of stacking, but it's hard to. Coddle, he's just been wasting a bit of time. Honestly, they actually probably saw him come through here. They might have been able to go. And I think that would have been a better choice if they had just gone. But because of that failed stack pull, well, not really a fail, but the block off, actually that ward doesn't block it off. Because that camp still spawned. I don't know why Shadow Demon is not going. Maybe he thinks it's blocked. I need to pay attention more. I'm sorry, guys. So it's been kind of hard this, but as an aggressive tri lane, they need to get kills. This is the problem. If they don't get kills, then it's not a very successful tri lane. And I think this makes sense because the problem with Ogre Magi, of course, it's a guaranteed stun, but he's not a range hero. You can't add that like extra DPS. They need I think, just a bit more. Just they're missing that X factor. Either that, or they're just not being aggressive enough. And that makes sense because there's that Ice Path and the Shadow Demon pulling that makes it really hard. And the Shadow Demon with that disruption makes it really hard to take down the hero. And all three of these dire heroes are pretty tanky. Oh, actually, except for Shadow Demon. In the mid lane, Magnus is taking quite a bit of damage, and this is to be expected. He's just getting completely destroyed in mid. Quap doing a good job taking control, and Sleazel is, once again, like I said, the one that has a pretty high IXDL Open League rating. There's that Blast looking to steal some last hits. He actually gets one, but you know, this rock thing, really annoying to deal with. No one likes mud golems, and they're choosing to go on this. I don't know about this. They're charging up the sun. Actually, the Soul Catcher lands on Ogre Magi. This looks to be first blood. There's nothing you can do with that Magi. The Coddle Blast actually hit 3, and Shadow Demon gets a kill. I think this is a mistake. I don't know. And there's a pause by Gyro. He's still diving on this. Will he get the kill? I don't think so. There's a Soul Catcher. This is not worth it. This is a complete big mistake from the carry Gyro. But Quap actually rotates in. If she does get a couple return kills, this might be worth it. But in the end, they still give up that first, but they do get the Alchemist kill. So it's not too bad. It's not terribly bad. It's just that she gives up a lot of free farm to this Magnus, and he needs it. So now he can pick up his boots and get on his way to the mana boots that he needs sorely. Bot lane, Windrunner is still taking quite a bit of damage, but what happened to the bear? The bear died? Yes, I think the bear died because he's been trying to pull too much. Oh no. No, it didn't die. But a couple nerfs to Lone Druid is that not only to arm the bear, but if the bear gets killed, he gives up 300 gold. That's actually kind of cool because that really helps a lot of support, and really it's basically a hero kill, sometimes a bit more. And there's going to be an Ice Path that's going to land on Gyro. Ogre Magi turns around and throws a stun, but I think that was a mistake. Gyro would have been fine, he was too far away, but Ogre Magi is going to die here. And just a couple right clicks, he goes down. Coddle's in the back line, so he needs to be careful. They will get the Jakiro, actually, nice defensive disruption, but he's still dead regardless. Gyro gets the kill. There's turning up another one. Will they get the kill? They will get the kill on the Gyro. This is huge. Actually, no. They just can't. They just don't do enough. And so basically, it's a support for support. Not too bad. But the thing is, their aggressive tri lane is losing, and they're the ones that are giving up more kills. So there's a stun being charged up there, looking to dive on this Gyro. But Alchemist actually might die here. He will die here. This was a huge mistake from Alchemist. Tried the tower dive. Actually, Windrunner dies. And I'm guessing he got an entangle. Very unfortunate. Well, like I said before, if Windrunner has to tank the creeps, that's not a good thing because she is squishy, and because she was about 3/4 health, if she gets entangled, she will die. She's probably not too happy about this. So the tri lane, because Alchemist was a bit too aggressive, he dies again. This isn't too bad. They're trying to go on this Alchemist. I don't know if they'll get it. Shadow Demon's there to disrupt. Actually, they will go on him. Wow, the Rock Approach did so much damage to Alchemist. And he's forced to use a bit of regen. He doesn't have any left. He needs to go back. Quap actually comes sprinting back looking to pick off her, but instead she will die. And yeah, the Coddle Blast only hits one. So the rotation was not very successful, and Shadow Demon looking to TP out. He will get out fine, and they're diving a bit too far. If there's any rotations, they will die. And it looks like, oh wow, they're trying to find the top of the Ashes. Sorry for that. Just like Coddle will die here. No, Coddle doesn't have. Oh no, he does have boots. He should be fine, I think. Actually, no, he's just gonna get chased. He's choosing not to run around, but he leads him straight into his opponents. Now Alchemist is gonna die. Nice return juke, and that's all he can do. So Alchemist dies again. Magnus comes in, misses misses the shockwave, but you know the skewer and right click kills him. But Magnus looks like he's gonna die here. This gyro is doing so much damage. Just a couple more right clicks. Windrunner comes in as well, and all these rotations making this game a bit hectic. So I'll go ahead and move into the net worth because that's an important graph. Last hits won't tell you too much. And looking at the net worth, Gyro and Quap is leading, and this is to be expected. Gyro got a lot of kills and assists from that hecticness, and this has just been over aggression by this Alchemist. Alchemist has 3 deaths already. This is 3 deaths in 8 minutes, and they were winning this tri-lane early on, but now not so much. Magnus, where are you? Magnus, he's close to his mana boot, so that's pretty good. Lone Druid, he's getting a bit of farm. He's got phase boots and poison orb, and this is pretty good. Now he's second, and he also got a solo kill, so this makes it really easy for him. Kato actually moves down the lane. This is probably not too smart. I think Windrunner still needs to stay down there, but at least the good thing is he can blast creeps. I guess actually it's not too bad then. Maybe he can just continue blasting and get that fast mech up, and there are some pings up here, and Ogre Magi actually wraps around there looking to get this. Oh, Shackle doesn't land. They're looking to get this Alchemist. Maybe he should have thrown out the. Oh, actually, he already threw out the stun. Shadow Demon is dead. I don't see him getting out here. Oh, actually, no. Oh no, just barely. I barely killed him. Gyro takes a lot of damage. He might go down here. Oh, there's a call down. Jakiro's dead. Nice plays. So Gyro is going for drums, mid-game oriented build, definitely. I'm going for that kind of race car Gyro. He needs to be careful. He's going to take a couple tower hits too, and he's forced to burn a couple tangos. So they're looking to push a bit. There's a skewer, but for whatever reason he wastes his mana to skewer now. He doesn't even have mana. He should finish up his mana boots as quickly as he can. Quap actually is around. They're looking to try to kill this Magnus. She actually takes a lot of damage. She needs to be careful. So there's another shockwave. Oh wow! Maybe he could have skewered in and done reverse polarity to kill her. Who knows? But the Magi and Windrunner was there to block up. So Coddle doing pretty good. He's pushing the lane. Actually lowers the bear's HP quite a bit. And he's well on his way to a mech. The bear dies here. He has Lone Druid is forced to resummon. Gyro actually rotates mid to continue his farm. He's got something on a courier, and it's the drum recipe. That's good. So his farm is pretty good, or it's actually really good, considering how things turned out. And they do get that tower. So not too bad. I'll go ahead and look at the graphs a bit. In its favor of the Radiant side. Yeah, this is to be expected for the gold, definitely, because they got that tower. And they have more kills. Actually, Lone Druid goes down, and it takes 4 people here. Then Jakiro TP's in, and he's going to die here. I don't see him getting out. Yeah, there we go. Ice Path. Not connecting. He just dies. So they look to be taking advantage of their mid-game push, and it's pretty strong. They have a lot of ways of melting creep waves, and they're much more mobile than the Dire team. Quap also well on her way to starting to snowball. She's got 1700 gold. She might be going to Orchid. I would not think that's too bad there. She's trying to go on this Alchemist. Alchemist pops his ulti, and she needs to back out. I don't think he can get that kill. Yep, she's going to run away and use that really insane region. Plus 16 at just level 6. Doesn't even have anything. Actually, Quap still choosing to dive. She might know. Maybe she should have kept on going. She had that poison dagger. Coddle. He's got that mech. This is really good. Really early mech. 12-minute mech. And he can be looking to. They can be looking to team fight, and this is, I think, what they need to do. Although the Dire team fight is not too bad, Magnus doesn't have his blink, and that's a big deal. There's a smoke, and they're looking to go gank the rune spot. They're looking to wrap around. They see the illusion, but it doesn't dispel it, so they know it's an illusion. Actually, they're looking to gank bot. Gank the Lone Druid once again. Lone Druid is too wary of it. He he knows there's so many heroes missing on off the map. He's actually pushing a bit too far, and I think he's gonna go down here. Will Lone Droid try to escape? He is in his bear form, but they're using everything on him. Call down, slow, Caudal Blast, and just like lands on everything. Lone Droid goes down, but Gyro does take a bit of damage. Magnus looking to rotate in, maybe hoping to salvage something, but this is a mistake because that River War caught him. And they're looking to catch him. Magnus, will he try to skewer out? I think he needs to skewer out. I think he's aware. Quap actually blinks in. Yeah, he skewers out. Will he get away? I think he should be fine. But you know, this Quap is very aggressive player. There's an RP just for Quapin. Will he actually get the kill? There is an ulti by Quapin. Great play by her. They actually right click. They actually burst down the Shadow Demon as well. This is looking terrible for the dire side. They're just trickling in one at a time. They really need a ward right here, or they just need wards in general. They don't have much. Shadow Demon, he does have wards. Maybe he was trying to rotate in to put the wards down. So Jakiro also have wards. They really need to place them. He's got 15 wand charges, so he should be fine. There's 2 FFs, and I really don't like the fact that they have this FF system. So they're just gonna get that tower.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And Jakiro is just standing there, maybe looking to feed. Pretty good play by the Radiant, yeah. Oh wow, Quap is just snowballing hard. She gets a solo kill on the Alchemist, and this isn't looking too good for him. They need to be a bit careful. Caudal even calls back. Quap is just there, ready to just completely blow people up. Gyro actually gets a kill on the Shadow Demon, and I don't think Jakiro is going to get out. And Magnus will. Actually, call down, will it land? No, but Quap is there, and she's playing mad aggressive, and it's worth it. I will get the tier 2. There's a Shackle landing on a bear. Lone Droid will die here. I don't see him getting out, but they are doing quite a bit of damage to this Gyro. And actually, Alchemist turns around. Will he get the kill? Oh no, that mech was clutch. And now Alchemist will die here. Shackle lands and he gets melted. That's 3 FFs, and I think this is a call. That's 4 FFs. So that's 4. This is basically game. Wait, only 2? Pretty sure that was 4. That was 4. A quick game. Quap snowballed. The Dire aggressive tri-lane was able to get back into the game. Lone Droid actually won the offlane, and Quap wasn't able. Magnus wasn't able to pick up his blink dagger. Yeah, the Dire team was aiming for mid game. Late game, but wasn't able to get it. Even though there's 4 FFs, I'm surprised there are no disconnections quite yet.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Regeneration.
And so yeah, there's finally some disconnections. I'll go ahead and keep this up until we can see the stat screen. The problem with the Dire side, they didn't have enough wards. Even though they knew the other team was roaming at least 3 or 4, especially with that Quap moving around everywhere, they just didn't have any wards. They had 1 here for a bit, and they had wards. I saw that they had 3 at least. They could have at least placed 1 here. Even if you have no idea where to place wards, place them at the river. You just almost cannot go wrong with placing them at the river. So everybody's disconnecting. Quap snowballed, and that basically won them the game. Even though a couple of her rotations early were pretty bad, in the end, the Dire was a bit dysfunctional. The supports did not play well at all. Okay, well, thank you for listening, and I hope you tune in next time.